And so far, calming doing their job.
And keeping that momentum just is so important, especially for a team like every team the fact that we having vitality is changing around is going to be a scary moment. There's a lot to learn. So the first 30 seconds goal, you need to make sure that themselves here and make sure that they this is out their obstacles that was that world championship.
It's calm. Starts to get better again. Took a little while. Still back in the score.
Hello everybody, this is Gaming King 778. Please like, comment, subscribe. I would say thank you for joining my live stream Rocket League. So please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for it. Again, this is live too. I'm watching it a tournament game.
Disgusting play of faking it out completely as he lands, going to the ceiling. Just a disgusting play of faking it out completely as he lands over the class from both sides.
As you were. Taste from oxygen.
And a little bit of class from both sides.
From calming as you were. Taste from oxygen and resilience there. From Zero might be coming online here, Stumpy, and that's the nervy thing for oxygen and velocity. Zero might be coming online here, Stumpy, and that's the nervy thing
with oxygen. It's brand new blood. They're trying to make sure that they are not just gold can't sit there with oxygen near the top. Brand new blood. They're trying to make sure that they are not and the old can't sit by Oski. Archie's up from that door and taps it down, but Matteo Archie's up from that door and taps it down, but Matteo was watching behind the jump to stop that one from flying.
To get something on this one. So he's trying behind Matteo, and that does seem to be a staple arm on this one. Still trying to charge wherever it is, and that does seem to be a staple arm down. As soon as Joy gets the pass to you, wherever it's sight, will close him down. Not letting the pass to you for is never sight. Joy's there, and he does have some time to himself. He has Archie in the centre, he tries to get it to him. Joy's there, he does have some time to himself. He has Archie in the centre, he tries to get it to him. Shatter does his best to clear it, and actually it's pretty well. The team really having dominance in this one. They're both trying to sort of wrestle it, and the team really having dominance in this one.
They're both trying to push it past that midfield line, and then both teams are trying to push it past that midfield line, and then coming into the top of the doing so. The wrestle's 2 minutes now has gone, and Ryder and Miss then opens things up a little now has gone, and Ryder and Miss then opens things up a little bit for Oxygen. Both coming through Central, Joy again, just further back than they would have liked. Archie is going to be chilling somewhere near the back.
Yeah, it was like echo on the top of each other. It's either like
it's not for the first time as well where we're thinking Joy could just a little bit further forward, that little bit more aggressive. They can see the goals from it in this very in this very match. But they can only continue pushing forwards. Oski clears it long. Joe is behind him again. Oski does some manoeuvring to get it to I'll tell you what a finish that is.
Oh, that's a little bit neat, isn't it? Happily slotted, top corner, Oski faking it out too. Actually goes to the ceiling, reminiscent of Squishy going for that shot many years ago. Gets the scoop underneath and Archie finishing it ever so swingy. Cherry on top corner.
Oxygen fighting to get back into this one, to put everything back in their own hands. Here comes Rise, but resets it over the top of one. It was almost creeping into the far corner, but Tira into the centre. Archie has to be confident that nobody is there. And Archie, so spatially aware at all times, waits his turn, musties it into blue territory, and suddenly yet again it's Oxygen that are attacking.
Archie really has been superb this entire series. I think he'll be thinking that he's had a series of his, not of his life necessarily so far, still got a lot of games to come, but very impressive one nonetheless. But Oxygen is still losing the series, winning this game currently 2-1. Tira wants to work around the side of one at an outlook with space, with no boost, unfortunately. All of that going in the tank of Archie.
Yeah, Archie, by the way, as well, he went all the way up, got the block, and fell, and only used about 30 boosts. So hugely efficient there from Archie as well, especially the way Oxygen play. They put it all the way to the metal each and every time, so keeping something to be paramount for them. Let's hope they have something now. Oski does. He clears it long. Archie is still there. Boost management has been supreme in this game for Archie. As Drew comes forward, he uses all of his, but Archie was hoping for it. Instead it's going to fall to Rise. He goes above. Oski has to get this through. Oski just tracks. No one is there. Oski with a pinch. And Tira's in again, but that could have gone either way. It still might until Joe saves.
when you're completely right about that boost play, the team that's more efficient with boost here is going to be the benefactor. Oski actually bumped up into that one, gets the musty. Material is going to be able to save it away. But the ingenuity to even go for that is extremely magical. Rise can't get this one in the centre without a little bit of interruption from opposing players as well as his teammate.
It's a little bit awkward for Carmine Corp. They can see the time ticking away. They want to get this one back as soon as possible. Rise takes a couple of touches, a little bit of control, but it's not going to be enough once again. Tira sends it long. Oski's clearance. Looks things awkward for Atto. He has to really force his car around to get it towards Rise, who gets the bump. Joyo was there waiting. Joyo over Tira. Can he tackle out Atto as well? Atto to the backboard. Joyo finishes the clearance. This one might be the winner, but the Tira saves.
I mean, that was KC putting on the big press. Then suddenly they had to rush back in a foot race. Final 15. Atto left-hand side challenged with Oski going up high. Gets the beaten out, actually. Rise sends out high, gets Archie in the middle. Rise again has been repeatedly the man trying to be the playmaker. Goes central with it. What a pinch to the middle, but Atto is not receptive to it.
It still might lead to something though. Tira has this touch. He tries to get it towards Rise, but it's a little bit heavy, Stumpy, and that will be 2-2.
Right, I've got a little bit of a fun fact here that I couldn't say during the series because it's quite long. So,
Okay.
for the final event that we had last year, as we are currently, so spring of 22-23 season, there's been a little fun coincidence. So Hogan Mode with Resi needed to win the event to force a tiebreaker for the major with Moist, who had Joyo on the side. That has now been echoed here, where Jobless with Resi need to win the event to force a tiebreaker for the major with Gentle
This is the kind of things I like to do.
Joyo on their side.
I want to be getting these tournaments and stuff.
And he
I don't know how.
Can he do it again tomorrow?
Bro, all I'm hearing, all I'm thinking right now is bro, Hogan, bro, Spanish bros, everybody. That's
Let's get some bros in chat.
Yeah,
It was the summer of the Brogan mode. Let's get some
It was good times, but now we go on to these times and the serious stuff, as you can see from Oski there, who's fully locked in to this best of 7 quarter-final. A reminder, if Oxygen win this, they have made London. They've made it to their homeland, fought all the way. Players that have been dropped, that have been cut, that have been left, make it to the land. If Carmine Corp win, Oxygen still could make London. It's so difficult for them to make Worlds. They'll have to finish, I think, at least top 2. If Carmine Corp win this one, or maybe top 4, but very, very deep into the tournament. If KC win here.
If Carmine Corp win this individual series, they don't win the event, then we're going to need to see Oxygen. They need to get through to the top 2 to make Worlds. If Carmine Corp win the entire event, Oxygen need to win London in order to make Worlds.
Wild.
So if KC win, their journey is infinitely harder compared to then if Oxygen do end up winning out in this individual series. They just need to make top 8 at minimum to then make Worlds.
I mean, the best storyline here is KC win this event, then Oxygen win the next event. But, you know, maybe that's not too much from the gods of Rocket League.
Yeah, Gibbs didn't script that one, but that is a very awkward little team passing play that they did not want coming out from Oxygen. That one now sees Joyo only sent it as far as Latira, who has been a front-jumping menace.
You gotta be against Oxygen, you gotta be half there. Oh, but it worked there. Look at this first touch from Latira, and just take us through it from there.
Going with that reset over the top of Oski, and then shies away from the ball because Atto is suddenly in. Alley-oops it, backboard bound, down, and thank you very much. A goal in a minute.
Man, everything. They had the first touch, it had the flip reset, it had the comms to call Atto on. Just a class Rocket League goal, and a reminder, if we needed it, how dangerous Carmine Corp could well be if they do make it to the World Championships. Here comes the Tira again. Rise is just popping. The Atto's coming in. Somehow Oski gets the stop.
Oski gets the stop, but then there's a double miss in favour of Oxygen, or rather against Oxygen from both of their players. Archie has to get something from this. Oh, we are seeing a lot of in front of the ball play coming now.
Yeah, we're seeing KC back to their very best, at least at the start of this game. This is a beautiful performance from them so far. And Oxygen themselves now have to go up the gears just in order to compete. Here's Archie, he gets the faintest little touch on that one. That's exactly what he wanted, to pop it up. Joyo's in there. Joe been waiting for a second to watch Rise beat his teammates the ball. More danger now. Joe is coming back. Oski retreated wisely, and Karmikov had to slow down.
If you look at Rise in that position, Albertira's up to bump Joyo. Look at Rise in that position. The ball was, I think, technically going towards him. He completely ignores it. He does not care about it. He goes for a bump, but doesn't get the bump, and so instead then goes for the boost and sets up all of this extended play just from Rise going away from the ball, but with a complete outplay in favour of Oxygen. It's a couple of sending the player to it, and then finally they get their goal.
Oxygen fight for their lives, and then they thrive. They had to make so many saves, and in the end, it was just a clean challenge from them to get the assist for Oski. And there, of course, Stumpy, who else for the tap-in was Archie.
Tap-in merchant, the world-leading tap-in merchant by his own recognition. Oski's from that back board, needs to attempt to try and get another one. Going for one musty into Archie. Joy's a little bit further back, but I don't hate that positioning considering how far both of his teammates have pushed in. Oski with a pre-jump, round one, chance for Joy now to come central. Taps it down, but Atto reads him to a T.
Mate, I'm telling you, Vatira could have scored that from down the other end. It wasn't a full psycho, but it was the same sort of touch. If Vatira had got it off the back of Oxygen almost scoring, it could have been absolute pandemonium. One of those games where all these players are fully fit and firing now, the mechanics are working. And we're playing like we know they can, so any second a crazy goal may go in, especially with this man on the ball, Vatira, but he's charged down by Oski. Was going high. Oski goes for it himself. He used all of his boost. He just faked out a player. But now Atto comes forward. Joyo already up. Joyo has to get this one to the side. Can't do it. Atto gets towards Vatira. Vatira to the side this time. And KC playing with their food at the moment.
I mean, these touches making everybody jump, and I think this food may well just bite back. Oski trying to go for one reset, can't get around the side of Rise. Vatira gets rid of Oski. And Oski now getting rid of that ball. Oski with this respawn has to make contact. Does so. Joyo on his push back. Needs to go towards that ball, does so as well. That was a very sketchy moment because that demo, as you were saying earlier, Cole, opened them up completely. And Atto to Vatira rises up to shoot, and another bump. Aggression, wrestling players out of the orange net.
We won't see it in this replay, but all of this started about 30 seconds ago when Oxygen had the ball on KC's half. They went for an aerial fake, and we've seen time and again how effective they can be. But Rise, the absolute bravery of their man, completely reads it, just charges towards where the ball already is, clears it back, and eventually he's the one who ends up scoring.
Oxygen chasing this one goal now. Whoever wins this game is going to be going towards that series point. So important for different reasons. We've gone through them a couple of times. Just remember it from this point on. If not, we'll tell you in a minute. Vatira shooting towards that top corner. Archie pinching it out. Atto again. Archie then dives towards the bottom corner. A double save, keeping Oxygen alive.
Yeah, but they have to do more than survive. They have to fight back. 2-1 down still. Not much time left. Joyo wants to get this touch. It's read yet again by Karmikov. Joe goes back, searching for boost. He's taken out the game by Vatira. And Oski starved as well. Karmikov doing everything right. Game management to a T. So goes for a musty flick. He didn't quite have the time to make it. And Archie should be able to clear this one towards Joyo.
Joyo back towards Oski and Archie, but now he has to track back as Vatira and Rise are on the prowl. A direct shot. Vatira wanting to instead go for that double. Atto central. No one's there to receive it, but Karmikov do not need to push that far up.
Oh wow, Vatira's been bypassed. Here's Rise up against Joyo. Joyo gets the shot, but it's not strong enough. Oski has a pass in the centre. Joyo again. What's Archie going to do? He's going to follow this one up. Is he not going to be able to? One more pass. Stumpy, it has to be now for Oxygen.
Now or never, 10 seconds remaining. Rise central. Ball back towards the middle. Archie with control. Oski, 100 boost. Dives off the wall. Doesn't go anywhere near the ball.
Joyo towards Archie. He's got nothing. He just has to pray that he beats Vatira. He does though. Joyo has a chance. Beats him to the punch. Karmikov have game point in their hands.
If Rise does not occupy that exact series of pixels in that moment, that is an equalising goal. And Oxygen have taken a timeout to decompress from there. Casey are straight up. This is the fairer strat. Get up out your seat, walk around a little bit, because timeouts realistically are for both teams.
Yeah, they're for both teams if you use them. It would be very easy here for Karmikov to be frustrated. You know, they're the team that have just won their game to make it 3-2 to themselves. They don't want this break. But even so, they're taking it properly, as you say, somebody. Just sitting there, stewing, frustrated, wanting to get on with it, you know, getting overwhelmed and, a little bit itchy. Doing it all right, and that is the fairer effect from them. But as for Oxygen and Snasky, what will they be saying?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a time, as we say multiple times in these, for the coach to earn their money. The difference is, will coaches with his players, he can physically get them to calm down or to amp up whatever it is that they decree that needs doing. But on the side of Carmine Corp, they are in the room together. We can see them standing and talking and discussing everything in person. Those
Well, I do decide to do a live stream. I'm filming this off my Twitch channel.
What are those hand movements are saying? Are they saying change anything? Are they saying keep going as we're going? It does look like the way they're communicating. They do believe there are slight tweaks in theory and in mechanics that can be made here up against Oxygen. Because Oxygen are looking like a serious threat. But suddenly 3-2 to Carmine Corp. I believe that Oxygen would win this series going into it, but Carmine Corp just reminded all of us how brilliant they can be.
Yeah, and Carmine Corp, you asked me right at the start of the series, is this Carmine Corp back?
Oh,
I said at the start of the day, they're
music
opening the front door. I think now we're seeing them in the porch. They're taking their shoes off. They're starting to make themselves at home.
I look forward to that metaphor continuing over the next, hopefully, 2 games of Rocket League. But yeah, Oxygen Esports, as for them, I don't think there's too much really that they can tweak. I want to see Joyo get a little bit more involved. But they're trying to do all the right things. You know, the goal they conceded in the last game was because they went for an aerial fake. It didn't happen, but the worst thing they can do is turtle up and stop going for those plays. And if they do that, as we've seen, if you defend too deep against Carmine Corp, punish you for
Game number 6. Neo Tokyo is lit up. 2 minutes have elapsed. Timeouts are completed. And Oxygen are battling for that Game 7, the third of the day, and Carmine Corp would love to end it here. Worlds and the Major on the line for these teams respectively.
It's France versus the UK as well. As Joyo gets his cash, they'll believe they're going to London, but they'll want so much more Oxygen, and they're going to have to take the long road. Potentially a case of playing the way they are. Here's Atto, wants to get this ball early on, but Joyo just clears it long. Rise with a clean first touch. Archie should be able to get this read. And not too much to glean from the first 30 seconds. It's pretty even between the two teams.
It's going to see Rise going for those demos again, and an Atto wild shot going for the inverted flick. And Rise, Cole, his physicality, everybody's physicality apparently as Vatira now gets involved on Carmine Corp has been astonishing.
Could have been what KC were discussing, that every time they do take an Oxygen player off the pitch, suddenly things open up. Taking that risk, moving forwards after, instead of rotating out the play immediately, as Joyo has to really force something wide. That's so difficult.
The audacity of that play, Joyo, to air dribble it towards your own backboard, to then pinch it away. What I would give to see Joyo just have an insane goal in this series. But Carmine, they want him to be shut down.
Well, here comes Vatira. So far, KC doing a great job of shutting Oxygen down. It's all been played down in the orange half, 1.5 minutes in. Joyo, though, does bundle his way forward. Archie's in here. What can he cause for his team? Oh, he gets one touch too many. Exactly, that's painful.
Well, one too many, but Oski's going to be there. Shoots just higher than that. That's me. Rise also darting across. If you want that shot, you need to shoot it low. Rise is backboard anyway. Low is going to be the hardest one for him to get to. Joyo going for a musty, but a disappointing touch from him. Oski reset towards the backboard at 50. A dunk. Oh, yes! Large Oscar flexes his muscles.
Just out of nothing. It seemed like this one would be forced to the side, but Oski is too strong, is too powerful, and is too aware where Rise was putting that ball.
Large Oscar beats that one home. Minute 45 elapsed. Oxygen gunning for game number 7.
Here comes Rise, though. He wants to get this catch. Does it flick reset? No, he tries to dunk Joyo straight back. After what Oski just did to him, this time it's personal as far as Rise is concerned. Set the ball back for now. Vatira's going for bumps. Play in front of the ball. Joyo gets the save to the top. Rise is coming in. He wants to find Vatira, but Vatira's all the way back.
But then I think that was Archie helped them out a little bit. Sent the ball back over towards Vatira. And this attack is still continuing. Rise ceiling double is going to be successful. Underneath Joyo, it is speed from the man.
You do not dunk Rise and expect him not to clap back. This is a man who can always return a punch.
All right, approaching halfway through the game. Again, we are drawn level. And Oxygen, they're wanting to make sure that their goal from earlier on is going to be the one where They don't need to fight too much harder. They know it's going to be a horrible fight. If they just get this Game 7, everything opened up again. Game 7 seemed to be the great equaliser in Rocket League.
Archie does his best to keep that one as safe as possible. Better for him is that Joyo's now coming in, but it's saved by Atto. Since up on forward, it's pretty awkward at the moment for Oxygen, actually. They're all beginning a big attack. One little touch had to send them scrambling backwards. Here's Atto again. Vatira's waiting for the ball. Vatira's ignored.
Interesting.
When Oxygen expected that he'd be gone for.
I mean, that was the idea, right? Like, he was in such an obvious position. You may as well try and just do something a little bit different. And Atto being experimental with it. Joyo sending it long, but to Atto, a player he would absolutely not want to give the ball to. Left-hand wall has Oski challenging him, falls perfectly to Rise. Vatira is now central. Rise attempts to go solo for a little while until Joyo picks it up. 100 boost missed from Archie. He can still get the shot towards the target, but Vatira is that next man to touch it. To commit, and suddenly a rush back towards the orange half.
Yeah, Oxygen were rushing there. Archie stole the boost, was going for a bump, and suddenly Oxygen had players both saying, yeah, we can score this. But you can't double commit in your opponent's corner, especially when it's Carmine Corp. Thankfully for Oxygen, they continue to survive, but KC now have the bit between their teeth. Joyo has to get this ball away, has to keep his composure, he does. But Rise gets the read to the ceiling. Rise can kill it here. Rise gets the flip reset. Archie's on the backboard, and Archie sends it, not for the first time, safely into that corner.
But Atto's been waiting in that corner, lurking. Vatira shooting top corner. Archie, and just sits nicely in there as Oski clears that one away. 30 boost. Vatira can't get to it. Atto for the double. Goes down a snipe, and Archie again is the one to make contact.
Yeah, but Oxygen are just praying for these boosts to respawn. Joyo grabs one, and Joyo's pre-flip is true. Gets the middle boost as well. That may just calm down Oxygen as long as Oski gets this clearance. He does, but Rise was already there, and Atto steals another one. Suddenly the boost is back in KC's hands. Atto, what? Atto, what the brilliance to maybe send KC to Worlds.
Atto and his angles are sublime. What a touch from the corner, inverts the play entirely, turns it on its head, and Carmine Corp rush towards a victory in Game 6.
The man scored the goal of the tournament in Copenhagen on Neo Tokyo with that floor pinch. And now he's back for more from afar this time. Joyo's coming in, can equalise straight away. It's over the top of Vatira. Vatira had to get Carl on ball. Managed to do it. Here's Joyo. Oxygen desperate to get this goal. Joyo tries to get the block. Not quite able to from Archie's shot. And Rise is coming in. Rise gets it wide.
It was a neat pass back, but unfortunately for them, just did not lead to much. Joyo central on target above. Vatira is tripped up by Archie. 2-all, 20 seconds left.
Oh man, Rise's clearance wasn't good enough. Atto wasn't quick enough. Joyo, you think his shot's not powerful enough, but when Vatira can't get across because of the bump, anything could have gone in.
Final 20. Again, we are drawn level. Right-hand side with Atto going for the one. He's had a magical angle earlier on and secured himself another. Final 10. Joyo backboard. Overtime is looming. Gets bumped out of the way. Oski clips it onward. Anything away from that orange half is good for Oxygen right now because we know how good Rise and Vatira are at 0.
Yeah, Rise is 100 boost, but surely no angle. He's got no way to break through here. He gets so close. 5 more seconds. Maybe Carmine Corp would have had that. Instead, it's OT.
Lovely kick-off. Oski now with a little bit of boost, flicks it round, but Vatira waits very patiently at the back. We've seen players trend up from those positions. You don't want to do it on those kick-offs. Make sure that you just chill a little bit closer towards your own goal, and KC have learned that lesson. Joyo erroneously gives that ball away, gets faked out. 100 boost. Atto is then on it. Oski, a technical shot, but Vatira easily saves it. Sees Rise on the side, sees Vatira, sees net, but victory is not in their sights just yet.
Oski should be able to get this touch, and he does. There's nobody in front of him now. All KC back in their half. All of Oxygen the same. Joyo is up. Vatira's bumping him away. He and Archie go. Atto can maybe get through. Rise with a chance to kill. It's saved by Oski.
Oski manages to clear that one away and then becomes a bit of an annoying nuisance in that back corner. Atto ceiling, 30 boost, rises there with 100. Oski with none, throws himself in front of that ball.
Heroic defending from Oxygen, and Carmine Corp have to launch another attack. This time it's Rise, again forcing those flip resets, getting himself forward on the right wing. Oski has a chance to counter. He almost gets over the top of Atto, and Carmine Corp are remembering their defensive responsibilities.
With enough boost, Archie can pitch that one central. He used 100 to do so. The Archie from earlier on, who was being so efficient with his boots, just used a lot for very little gain.
was a chance maybe for Batira that could have caught Oxygen off guard. That demo certainly will. Oxygen at an awkward angle, no boost, a horrible position to defend from.
Right,
Somehow he finds a way, and now Archie has a chance. He fakes a flick. What in the post? Joyo's coming in. Oh man, that could have gone either way. Oski this time to the ceiling. It's not going in just yet. And Atto stayed alert to pop away the clearance for Rise. Gets a flip reset towards it. Joyo saves.
No one expected that flip from Archie. I don't think Archie did either. Avatira challenging Joyo on target. Rise and Oski would move each other. It's a brief 2v2. Who's going to be winning out? It's Archie again to intercept. The defense from the Englishman is divine.
Here comes Joyo, has to do more than defend. The ceiling with him, he gets the dunk. Is anyone arriving? Who read it for Oxygen? Nobody is the answer, so Batira can clean up, tee up Rise. Archie's there on the goal line. The first touch is perfect. He's tucked behind the ball as long as possible, but so he's able to nip in. Joyo tries to get it towards Archie, who manages to. Finds the ramp as well. Rise has to stare upwards and get something on the ball to keep Oxygen away for now.
2.5 minutes already elapsed in game number 6. Everything, as we've been saying, is on the line here. Oski wanting to go for a pinch, does get it round, but with no boost, he's going to have to retreat back that mid. He's going to be here. Atto with 0 towards the signal. He's going to take a little while to fall straight back down. Archie, opportunity, goes central with it. Oski would have loved for that to have been a little bit lower, just so he could power it on a defenseless and Jatira towards that back blue side.
Yeah, a little bit lower, a little bit higher. Hitting the ceiling as well could have been deafening as far as KC were concerned, but not quite to be. Just in that worst position as far as the pass went. Oski gets that one towards 2 KC players who both have full boost. It's the real chance. Atto can get it now. Rise can. It's safe for Batira. Here comes Batira and KC. More than keep their world hopes alive.
That has become infinitely harder for Oxygen now to make worlds. Their performance needs to double. They need to get 2 rounds further as Carmine Corp, a late season surge with a big old dip in the middle. Yet they are finding themselves through, back again to Championship Sunday.
Was it ever in doubt, Stumpy Goblin, that
Yes, it
would
was.
come back here easy as you like?
Yes, it was in doubt.
Semi-finals, knocking out Oxygen on the way.
Of course it
All sorts
was.
of other permutations, meaning that maybe even
You
Oxygen
predicted
would make
Oxygen.
it to London because Jobless might take them over.
Everyone
Who
predicted
didn't
Oxygen.
predict that? Wait, what?
So many of us had Oxygen.
I did, yeah.
Oh, that is... Right, basically, for everybody who wants to have freaking out just so much, Carmine Corp have just made it so that Oxygen, if they want to make worlds, right now, they need to make minimum top 2 in London. If they make the major, which they're likely to do, but if they make the major, Jobless could still go sicko mode tomorrow. Top 2 minimum now for Oxygen to make worlds.
Yeah, and it can get better as well. If Carmine Corp win this event,
Carmine
then
Corp
Oxygen will
won.
have to
I really
win
won't
the
win.
entirety of London. Joyo will have to go back-to-back London. Easy. GG, no read. That's as big, the biggest online match of the season, for sure, that we've just seen. And Carmine Corp have done it. They've kept the ice. Rise of the ice. Rise of the ice.
Are you alright, mate?
Rise with the ice, not Rise with the eyes. And then Batira just does his job. As Rice had eyes, apparently.
I was phenomenally impressed with Archie in that series. Like, well, I know that we've clowned him a little bit previously, where we said, you know, he doesn't play Rocket League that much. He's not as invested as we've seen other players be. I could not see any amount of Archie that was not 100% dedicated to Rocket League today. I am blown away by his performance. Defensively, he was the most impressive person, I think, on that pitch. He was always diving back. I think offensively, he was creating so many opportunities. But Carmine Corp, they just proved to be too much in 6 games. And doesn't it just feel good, Cole, for Carmine Corp to really be back?
For sure. I mean, the Blue Wall will be such a big loss at Worlds if they're not able to make it, but nothing is locked in just yet. What we have just seen is but a taste of what RL Esports and RLCS is going to give us as we head towards the dramatic end of this season. And now, thankfully, we have got our beautiful, brilliant, delightful Des to talk us through all that we've just seen with their sultry voices.
I'll be honest with how much he compliments us. I just, in the beginning, did not trust him. And what he said.
I never trusted him.
To be able to
I
respond
the
to that,
reasons why I feel for now.
Let's hear it.
Let's-
Hey?
I was
Let's
like,
talk about
the sky, hit the ground,
man,
count
this
like that.
CJ, this
Game
was
became 7-8.
phenomenal. I mean, first off, on one hand, we just love